Welcome to the newsletter. Russia's next step after withdrawing from Kherson, fire pan. On Channel HT New. Ukraine's defense minister said it would take Russia at least a week to withdraw its troops from the city of Kherson and that winter would slow down operations on the battlefield. The Russian military announced on November 10 that it had begun withdrawing from Kherson, a strategic port city in southern Ukraine. Kherson has been under Moscow's control since February, when Russia began a military campaign in the neighboring country. When announcing the withdrawal of troops from Kherson, General Sergei Surovikin, commander of the Russian military operation in Ukraine, said the move was to ensure the safety of thousands of Russian troops. Since August, the Ukrainian army has been conducting a large-scale counter-offensive in the south and recapturing many territories. With long-range and high-precision artillery, including the Western-backed HIMARS multiple launch rocket system, Kiev for weeks destroyed Russian ammunition depots and supply lines. "We are continuing the offensive according to our plan," said Ukraine's commander-in-chief Valery Zaluzhny. Last month, Russia ordered the evacuation of civilians to the left bank of the Dnieper, where Moscow could reinforce military positions. The Battle of Kherson is not over yet. However, Russian forces have entered a new phase, prioritizing the withdrawal of their forces across the Dnieper River in order and delaying the Ukrainian forces, rather than finding a way completely prevent Ukraine's counterattack, said the Institute for the Study of War, a US-based think tank. The West said the decision to withdraw troops was a major setback for Russia after Moscow announced the annexation of Kherson and 3 other Ukrainian provinces following controversial referendums. Kiev has so far not recognized the results of these referendums. Without control of Kherson, Moscow is unlikely to advance toward the city of Mykolaiv, southern Ukraine, and the Black Sea port of Odessa. In addition, Russia could also lose control of the Kakhovka Dam on the Dnieper River, which supplies water to the Crimean Peninsula, a territory annexed to Russia in 2014. From Kherson, the Ukrainian military could also attack Crimea with long-range cannon. The withdrawal of troops from Kherson was announced after the Russian military withdrew its forces from the Kharkov region in northeastern Ukraine in September. The decision could affect the fighting spirit of the Russian army, after Moscow mobilized thousands of reserve troops to fight in Ukraine. The withdrawal from Kherson would allow Russian forces to entrench behind the natural barrier of the Dnieper, but would make it more difficult to launch an offensive in the region. Moscow seems to want more time to equip and train troops that have been mobilized after the mobilization order in September. After Russia withdrew its troops from Kherson, military experts also did not rule out the possibility that Moscow would launch a new offensive next year. Meanwhile, US officials have also presented a scenario where Russia and Ukraine will resume peace talks, which have been stalled since the end of March during this truce. According to Ukraine's defense minister Oleksiy Reznikov, Russia has deployed about 40,000 troops in Kherson. Despite announcing the withdrawal, Russia still maintains a number of troops in and around the city of Kherson and the western bank of the Dnieper. It is not easy to withdraw that number of troops from Kherson in a day or two. At least it will take a week, Reznikov told Reuters, adding that it was difficult to predict Russia's actions. Mr. Reznikov said that Russia's withdrawal from Kherson will free up forces for both sides to focus on other areas. He suggested that Russia could strengthen combat units in the neighboring province of Zaporizhzhia, where Moscow controlled part of the territory for many months. Winter will slow down all activities of the parties on the battlefield. It is beneficial for all sides. They will be able to rest, added Mr. Reznikov. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share to support and update the latest videos from the HT News channel.